Hey everyone, today's verse is Jeremiah 29:13. It says, "You seek and find me when you seek me with all of your heart." I like that verse. I was reading on the way home because Jesus wants you to fully follow him and fully acknowledge and obey him. Because you can't be stuck in worldly and you can't be halfway Christian. You can't have both. You have to pick one. And if you try to do both, you're a lukewarm Christian, and it's better to be spit in the lake of fire than to be a lukewarm Christian. And it also says, and I want to say one of the Gospels, can't exactly remember what the verse is, but it says the lion comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Or not the lion, the thief comes. Sorry, the thief. And the thief is Satan. And Satan would get through your back window, your back door, you'll sneak his way in. Jesus, on the other hand, is sitting there deliberately knocking, waiting for you to open the door and seek him. And I love how that is stated throughout the Bible, because that's a proof that Jesus gave him his free will, that he would sit there and knock and wait at your door, but it's up to you and yourself to actually open the door for him and allow him in. Because when you allow Jesus to completely in, you'd be surprised how much more joyful your life gets. I'm not saying it's going to get easier. You know what I mean? There are the trials and trials, but every time you pass one of the trials, you'd be surprised how much joyful you can be and how much wisdom you get from each trial that you go through. And I know it may seem like this trial has been going on for years and years, but believe me, it is worth the wait for it. Because once you let Jesus fully in, man, those problems, they don't go away in the way we want them to. But with the power of God Almighty and Jesus Christ, Yahweh, you'd be surprised how much easier it really gets. And again, I'm not saying, it's going to be the easiest thing ever. You know what I mean? Because it's not. Some people are going through trials I would never want to go through at all. And I feel for them, seriously, I really do. But it also says, consider your many trials joyful and full of wisdom. Because you can be going through the hardest time of your life, and if you you still have joy. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Because one problem us as humans we do is every time we go through one little struggle or big struggle, we start complaining. And instead of complaining, if you just look at it as, what is Jesus trying to teach me? Or what can I learn from this trial? And honestly, a lot of times, we're the ones that get ourselves in those trials, too. So you also got to take accountability for yourself being in that trial. But I hope everyone has a blessed day or night, wherever you are. And love you guys all. So another thing with that verse, that if you look deeper into it, you can kind of get what it means. Is that when it says, if you seek me with all your heart, you'll find me. That just can't speak right now. It also means sometimes choosing the right friends. Like if you choosing a friend group that's surrounded by Christ and that's trying to get closer to God, and doing activities that help you get closer to God, like help a church out, help somebody out. You know what I mean? Stuff like that too. Or actions that helps you get to the Lord too. I'm not saying use those actions as a look what I did, but do it for him. You know what I mean? If you do it for him, that's all that matters. Don't do it for yourself, because somebody go out there and give somebody $10 and they did it for God, and God sees that better as somebody who gives somebody $1,000 and they did it for themselves. So it's about how you do it, who you do it for. If you do it for yourself, you're not in the right reasons to do it at all. Kind of piggybacks to yesterday, but that's something I just like to say a lot.